Hi guys. So today I prepared the video and the other girls don't know what we're gonna do. So today we're gonna discuss some unpopular opinions.
Ooh, I love that.
We
I
love
went into a-
controversial opinions.
I went into a deep rabbit hole on Reddit.
Oh, damn.
Girl, I could have spent another hour on Reddit just, looking at stuff. I picked out the most popular opinions. I mean, the most unpopular, but the ones I saw
The most.
coming up the most.
Yeah, I get you. The most popular unpopular opinions.
Yeah, the ones I saw the most on Reddit and other sites as well, but Reddit mostly. So, should we start with the first one?
I'm
Yes,
really
I'm
excited.
The first one is that the Golf livery is overrated.
Yeah, you're talking to the wrong person to talk about the
Yeah.
golf livery
I mean,
in a negative
bought
way.
the golf livery merch.
yeah.
I get what people mean, I think.
Yeah, I
'Cause-
guess it's not traditional.
No,
The colors are pretty basic in a way,
it is. Yes,
but I still think it's beautiful. And
it
I think
is,
it's
and I wish we would have
overrated.
it all year.
Yeah,
Same.
and I think it looks just beautiful on any car.
It
I
does.
mean, any car, or any motorcycle vehicle type thing.
Yes, it does. And I mean, I get why people say it's overrated because it's been hyped up a lot, I think.
Yeah, for one race it was hyped up a lot.
It was.
Yeah.
With like the whole promo McLaren did for it and with the
Yeah.
merch that they brought out for it and everything. But I still think that it will always be one of my favorite liveries, I think.
Yeah, I
will.
love it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So we don't agree with it.
No, we don't.
We're not gonna agree with any of these.
Well, you never know. I mean, we don't know what's coming up.
I think so. The next one I saw on Reddit, Alex Albon shouldn't come back to F1.
I kind of agree.
Same.
And I know I'm gonna get hate for this, but okay, you know what? Alex is doing so well in DTM and has been treated like shit in F1. And he's still a Red Bull driver, so if he would come back to F1, it will probably be at AlphaTauri or Red Bull, I think. And I don't want him to go through the toxic things of Red Bull again, because he's been doing so much better, I feel like. So I would love to see him back, but I think there are so many other talented drivers as well.
Yeah, but then the thing is, I'm just gonna say it. I think Alex is better than Yuki. I'm just gonna say it.
True. I do agree with that.
I'm not saying like I want Alex back in the Red Bull system, but I just think Alex definitely is more talented than you could say a few of the drivers on the grid.
Yes.
Probably quite a few, because obviously he got up to Red Bull, so he must have some talent to do that. So
yeah,
I think he definitely deserves a seat, but yeah, I don't think Red Bull's the place for him.
No, for sure not.
But if we would take Red Bull out of the equation, I still don't think I want Alex back in the sport.
No, you know what the thing is? There are so many other drivers that deserve a chance in F1. Callum Islet, Jamie Chadwick, Jack Aiken, Nick de Vries.
And not to be mean towards Alex, but I was never a big fan of him and his driving. Like, he's as a person, a whole other thing. But him as a driver, I didn't think he was the best of the best.
No.
And in my opinion, to be in F1, you need to be the best of the best.
For sure.
And there are so many more drivers who are currently in F1 that I still don't think are the best of the best, but they have a seat, and that's a whole other thing. And some of them we'll discuss later in this video, I think.
Ooh, spice.
But yeah.
See, the thing is, it's like all we've got to go off is him being pushed into a top team against one of, if not the best driver on the grid, just as a rookie, like you have to like
Yeah.
step up. Obviously, there's
Yeah.
a lot of pressure there, so yeah, it's really hard to kind of see how good Alex was
Yeah.
because he just got put in that situation so
I do
quickly.
agree with you there.
Yeah, same.
So we're a bit divided over this.
Yes. Controversial.
Yeah. But with the rumors of Alex coming back to Williams, maybe we'll see him as a great driver next year.
I hope so, because George has proved to be an amazing driver at Williams, so maybe Alex
Yeah.
can prove his true self at Williams.
I mean, if he comes back next year in Williams, I hope he proves himself. Because
Same.
if he doesn't prove himself, then I'm sorry to say, but
Then he
gone
doesn't
forever.
belong in F1.
Yeah,
Mm.
and I think he does belong in DTM.
He does. And maybe even IndyCar,
Yeah,
because he's an amazing
Not
driver.
F1.
Just not F1. Sorry, Alex, we love you, but yeah.
So talking about another driver, Fernando Alonso is overrated.
Yes,
And
agree.
wait,
Oh.
wait. This was a Reddit post from 2018. It's good that Alonso is gone, and I added he shouldn't have come back.
Yes, I fully agree. But I think we all know my opinion on Fernando Alonso.
Yeah,
I also think true. I mean, as we've said, there's a lot of young, talented drivers. Alonso has 2 championships. Obviously, if he wanted to come back, someone was going to let him back in because of just his history and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't think he should have come back.
no. Also, I saw a lot of Reddit posts saying that Alonso is very toxic person. I agree with that one very
Yes.
much.
But I have to add to that, him and Esteban are a great duo.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I gotta add, I didn't want him back, but he has proven himself this year. I mean,
Yeah,
there's no denying that.
No.
he's been a
He did
great
some-
team player as well,
Yeah,
especially
yes,
in
for
Hungary.
sure.
He was a better team player than I expected him to be.
Yes, and I
sure,
mean,
yeah.
there are
Because-
drivers that could learn from that.
Yeah, and I feel like in 2018 and maybe even 2017 as well, he brought McLaren a bit down.
Yes.
Like, he wanted things done his way because he was a world champion and he didn't want to listen to the innovations. And I think that's why people have the opinion a lot.
Yes. Same.
And I gotta agree with them there.
Yeah, for sure.
The next controversial opinion, McLaren will win a title before Ferrari does, whether it's a World Driver Championship or in the Constructors Championship.
I agree.
I also agree. I just think you know what Ferrari's like. There's always
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Well, okay, I gotta add to this. I agree with it if Binotto stays team principal. If they
Yeah.
get a different team principal, then it's a whole different story.
Well, let's take the team principals out of the equation, just with the drivers they have now. The drivers
With the way
have now,
they
and
are performing
both-
right now.
and they got both the same good car. Maybe not like the exact same, but it's like a Red Bull Mercedes car difference, so it's very small. They both got a great car. They don't have a good or a bad team principal, and with the drivers they have now.
I still think yes.
I still think yes as well because I just think it's because Daniel isn't so much at the moment. He's not such a threat to Lando, whereas Carlos and Charles, like they're both equally as talented. And I just
Yeah.
think things can easily go wrong when you're both
Yeah.
fighting, because you're not just
True.
fighting against other people, you're fighting each other, and that's when it can get more a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I agree. But maybe that's also the Ferrari fan in me.
Yes. I was about to say that.
No, I do agree that as it is right now, McLaren will for sure win before Ferrari. Charles and Carlos are better drivers. Not in general, but in the way they are driving right now, they're better than,
Yes.
not better than Lando, because Lando is doing amazing,
Yes.
but better than Daniel is doing right now. And
Yeah.
we gotta be honest, McLaren has their points because of Lando.
For sure.
For sure, yeah.
And when it comes down to having one driver to count on to win
Mm.
a championship, in the
Maybe we have to
constructors-
ask Red Bull
in
how
the
that feels.
constructor standings, well,
I mean, Max is doing it well. Not the
Max is doing
constructors, but
amazing.
he's yeah.
Exactly. So
So
That's a tough one because Ferrari and
Yeah.
McLaren are very close at the moment, but
Yeah.
also with like I feel like they've both bounced back from a really hard time very quickly as well. So it's
Mhm.
hard to tell who's going to make like the next biggest step
Yeah.
as fast.
yeah,
So,
I think
but it's an exciting one. I think it's
This
just
one-
as exciting as Red Bull and Mercedes, to be honest.
for sure.
yeah, for sure. I think those are the two biggest fights we have at the moment.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah, I'm excited to see. I want both of them to win a championship.
Same.
Either way.
Yes.
A McLaren driver winning and Ferrari as a team winning, or the other way around.
Yes.
Same year.
Ideal scenario.
Unpopular opinion, out of the door. Gone.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Compromise.
No. But I think this one is the biggest. What will happen? Like, we don't know it yet.
No.
Because it's been years since either of them won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe in the next couple of years.
Hopefully.
I think with the
Hopefully.
regulation changes, it will all be
Anything can
so
happen.
different.
It will.
Yeah. Because as George said, because of the regulation changes, he would win a championship or get his first win. We now know that was a lie, but good save, George. Good save.
Good save. You tried.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one. An ex-F1 driver shouldn't be a commentator for F1.
I agree.
I'm thinking of one person and one
Wait,
person
yes.
only.
I think we all have one person in mind.
Yeah. Well, let's just say it. We don't like Nico Rosberg as
No.
a commentator.
No.
Or as a
But-
driver. Or
I
in
think
general.
the thing with Nico is he can bring a good insight into what it's like to be an F1
Yeah.
and how the mentalities of people and things like that. But I don't know if it's just me being like a Max fan or not, but he just seems very biased.
I feel like, yeah, when I listen to him and when he's a commentator, I always feel like when the others say something like, "Oh, that was a good move from Max," he always says like, "Yeah, but Lewis."
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always there's always with everything he says a but Lewis, or like Lewis used to, or
Yes.
I feel like it's with everything he does, not just commentating, but when we keep it more in a general way, I still don't think that ex-F1 drivers. There are very few ex-drivers who are great commentators.
Yeah, because most of them are really biased towards their old team or teammates.
Yeah, or like
Friends
biased
with them.
towards the one
Yeah.
they hate, and then they're like, that wasn't this or that wasn't that. Or
Yeah, they're not the most
neutral.
yeah.
Yeah. And I think commentators should be neutral,
Yeah.
especially when
Yes.
the fans are so divided, especially
Yeah.
Lewis and Max fans.
And I mean, obviously, because in the Netherlands, our commentator is like going crazy when Max wins or when Max does something. But when Max makes a mistake, he also points that out. And when someone else does some like a great overtake or great move, he will cheer for that as well.
Yeah.
So I think
the main purpose of a commentator is just to say what's going on. It's not to comment on the drivers themselves.
Yeah.
And I think, well, we have Crofty. I love Crofty because I
He's
think
great.
his excitement is just amazing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he'll get excited over whoever wins. It doesn't matter whoever wins or whoever overtakes. Like, he just has this excitement,
Yeah.
a neutral excitement. Which
We
is
have
good.
that with Olaf more, but he's just a little bit more excited when Max wins. But I think
Well-
because Max is the only Dutch driver in F1 at the moment, not actually even an official Dutch driver, but driving under the Dutch flag. And I think because of that, he's just a bit more biased towards Max, but not in
I
a
mean,
bad way.
Yeah, I think it's normal to have love and a sort of bias towards people from your own country, especially the good ones. But
Yeah.
it shouldn't show in your professional life.
Yeah,
Mm.
I agree.
So yeah.
But I think we can safely say that we don't like to have ex F1 drivers as commentators.
No. I also feel like it takes away from people who deserve the job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Because the other people who get the job clearly have a passion for F1. It's not saying
Yeah.
that drivers don't, but it's like if
No,
they
but they've
retire,
already had
maybe,
their time with F1. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I also
exactly. They're
feel
not
like
as into it anymore.
yeah, and they get hired because they're ex-drivers and not because they studied journalism, studied for it,
Exactly.
I don't
They're
know,
not.
yeah.
applied, did a whole thing. It's just like you're an ex-driver, you get the job.
Yeah.
That's-
And I think that isn't fair in
No,
any
it's not.
line of work.
No, it's not.
In conclusion, we're sorry, but we don't like Nico's
No.
commentary.
No, we don't.
Sorry, Nico. You must be a lovely man, but no. When it comes to commentating, I'll leave it to someone else, please. Thank you.
So I got one last unpopular opinion.
Oh, it's the
Maybe.
best to last.
I feel like this is a one I haven't seen a lot, but and I'm sad Julia isn't here because she would give great. She would get mad for
Oh.
it.
Is it about Charles or Sebastian?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Charles, isn't it?
It's Sebastian, I
It's-
think.
Vettel isn't a great / the worst multiple world champion when it comes to driving.
The worst.
Isn't the great / the worst is the ones I've seen the most.
I'm sorry.
Kelly,
mean,
what do
see,
you think?
This is difficult for me to comment on because obviously I've only been watching F1 for a couple of years, and obviously
Yeah.
the first year I watched it, Seb was in his slump in Ferrari, so obviously that didn't give me a good impression of him as a driver. But I feel like since he's been at Aston Martin, he's been a good driver. I mean, he goes podium. I don't think he's been bad. He's I wouldn't say he's the best on the grid now, but
No.
I wouldn't say he's like really bad.
No.
You
for
wouldn't
sure.
say
Yeah.
he's like if he's bad then he got his championships from luck, because I feel like there's people who have done that, but not Seb.
No. Sebastian
No.
is an amazing driver, and if he has the right team and the right support, he could still be one of the best drivers on the grid at the moment. But Ferrari just wasn't the best support for him, and he didn't have the best car at that point. So I think that just really kind of destroyed his confidence and his confidence in himself and in his racing. At the moment, he might not be the best driver, but for me, he will always be one of the best drivers that has ever been in F1, because he didn't get his world titles for nothing.
Yeah, I feel like you don't get famous, like be remembered in
Yeah.
F1 for being a bad driver. Just
No.
That's true. And I get what you guys are saying, but I gotta agree with your unpopular opinion.
if Julia was, I'm just
Julia
thinking
would
if Julia was
hate
here,
me.
you
Julia,
would be
please
dead.
sign out of this video right now. Don't hate me.
No, but I'm really curious to hear
So-
why.
Gotta be more specific here. I don't think he's the worst. I don't. But putting it out there, I don't. I'm also not a Vettel hater. I don't think he should be not in the sport anymore. I just think he isn't the best.
Not
I think,
anymore. No.
well, it's true. He deserved his world championships, and you don't get that just because of luck. But I feel like, how am I gonna phrase this? Sometimes in the past couple of years, he has done some stupid things that even rookies don't do. And as a multiple world championship and as a driver that has been in the sport for that long, he shouldn't have made those mistakes. And he does it because of his ego. And, or that's what I assume. And I think, for me, that proves he isn't a great driver. Because when you look at somebody else with a big ego, let's just say Lewis or Max, we both know they got some egos.
Some egos. Pretty big ones.
They still don't make the mistakes that he did. He threw away a championship.
Lewis drove his opponent into the wall.
Yeah, okay. No. Also, ego again. But Lewis hasn't made a lot of mistakes in the past couple of years like that.
Yeah, Baku.
True, but Imola.
I mean, still, everybody makes mistakes. But Sebastian threw away a title. I mean, he could have won, but for whatever reason, not saying bad driving, but it wasn't good driving either. He threw it away.
No, and that's true.
But I'm just thinking of like
he isn't.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking of like more recent times. I think I don't know because Ferrari were just in an awful place. So, and obviously, Seb, when Seb won his world titles, like he's not in his prime anymore. We know that.
No, not for sure. No.
Just because he's not in his prime anymore doesn't mean he's a bad driver now.
No, but yeah, I gotta be honest. I went out of the sport for like a bit where I didn't watch as closely anymore, and I think that was around the time of Seb winning the world champions, where I still watched, but not like every race. And when I came back, I think Seb was in the Ferrari, but not the time when like Ferrari was in the slump. Ferrari was still good.
That's a long time ago.
True. But even then, I saw Seb driving and I was like, why?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Why do you do that when you know you won world championship, you know how to drive? You shouldn't make those mistakes.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean, but
so is he the worst? Hell no. Not by a big thing. Is he the best?
No, he's not the best anymore.
No,
I'm sorry, but no.
No, but just in general, no, I don't think so. And
no,
Aston Martin is good and is a new environment for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also don't think, like, talking about Aston Martin and Seb, I don't think we'll see him in the sport that much longer.
No, I think Aston Martin is like his
last stop before
retirement.
Is his Alfa Romeo? Is what Alfa Romeo was to Kimi.
Yeah.
Like, give him a good last ride.
Yeah.
But it will be his last ride. I think 2022
it's going to be his last
season.
Yeah. So we have to mentally prepare.
That was the last unpopular
opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
We've had some controversial answers.
Yeah.
I think that's safe to say. We would love to know your answers and your thoughts about these
Yeah.
unpopular opinions.
And also send us more unpopular
yes,
opinions.
yes, let us
And
know
we'll
more
do
unpopular
yes.
opinions.
I mean, we can for sure do a part 2 with the rabbit
Yes.
hole I went down.
And
Yes.
with Julia. We
With
need
Julia,
in
because
this,
Julia has
Yeah.
the best opinions on things.
She
Because
does.
I saw a lot of Charles' unpopular opinions as well, but I thought we need Julia for this one.
Yes.
Yeah. It's only fair.
Yes. This was this week's video. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you let us know more unpopular opinions and your opinions about the ones we've discussed today. And we hope to see you again next week. Make sure to follow our social medias and to keep in touch with us. Bye.